Babcock, Bachelor's in International Relations and Russian Studies JD, is a 41-year-old woman with two children, ages 5 and 8, and is struggling to make ends meet while paying off over $50,000 in student debt. Her husband, a successful doctor, is facing over $100,000 in debt, and even with their combined yearly income, their student debt and other financial responsibilities have prevented them from buying their first home or investing in their own retirement. They are coming to the realization that it is unlikely they will be able to give their children all the things they want to. I want to convince you that college tuition should be more affordable because many graduates struggle to make ends meet while paying extreme tuition bills, preventing them from beginning their adult lives. First, I'll explain what the student debt crisis is. Second, I will discuss why tuition has skyrocketed. And lastly, I will give suggestions on how to make college more affordable. I will now explain what the student debt crisis is, including how high student debt is, how much it has increased, and who suffers the most from high tuition costs. College debt has skyrocketed. In the United States, student loan debt has reached $1.56 trillion. On February 3rd, 2020, Zach Freeman said that the average student loan debt is over $32,000 and the average monthly payment is $393. That's more than a 2020 Honda Accord LX. Student debt hurts the economy by adding on more to the U.S. debt, but it also prevents graduates from investing into their own lives and putting money back into the economy. The cost of college tuition has increased over 25% in the last 10 years, from $8,250 to $21,370. On December 13th, 2019, Abigail Hess stated that due to cuts in state spending, colleges raised tuition costs continuously, resulting in many students debating if college is even worth it. As tuition rates increase, we see less students attending or graduating college, preventing young adults from getting the education necessary to start their careers. Minorities are more negatively impacted than any other students. The Chamber of Commerce, accessed on July 29, 2020, stated that 77% of Black students took out loans, compared to 60% of the national average for all students. Minority students generally have larger debts post-graduating, thus further putting them behind in buying a car or a home. Now that I've discussed what the student debt crisis is, I will tell you about what these bills mean after graduation. I will now tell you why tuition has increased so drastically, what has increased the cost, why colleges can charge so much, and why students are so willing to go into debt. College tuition has increased for many reasons. Hillary Hoffauer, 2019, stated that the number one reason college tuition keeps increasing is due to the large amounts of people that desire an education. As more students apply to higher education, more staff is needed, more financial aid programs, and on-campus services, thus raising the cost with every single student admitted. Colleges can increase tuition costs and no students will still return. Hoffauer 2019 also stated that as the demand for college education increases, colleges can raise tuition prices knowing students will still find a way to pay. As students are forced to pay higher and higher tuition prices, they often turn to their parents for money or to co-sign on a loan, thus passing the debt on to older generations. College students are willing to pay more each year because they know a degree is needed to get a foot in the door of the workforce. Alyssa Nadworny and Claire Lombardo 2019 said that to make more money, students need a degree on their resumes, and often employers don't even look at candidates without a bachelor's degree. Colleges are aware of the necessity of a college degree, and due to that, they can raise their tuition costs 12% in successive years without fear of students returning. Now that I have told you why college tuition costs so much, I would like to offer some suggestions on how to make it more affordable. I will now make suggestions on how to make college more affordable, such as wisely choosing student loans, choose your college with cost in mind, and lastly, how to pay off your debt once graduated. Often, the biggest challenges students face is not understanding their student loans. Lauren Ward, 2020, stated that the most important thing when beginning to pay off your student loans is to understand the terms. Making sure you know who to pay and how to pay is important, and often students default due to a lack of knowledge on their own debt. Make sure you are aware of your college's tuition cost. Sally May, Access July 30th, 2020, states that many students choose in-state colleges or attend community colleges for the first 2 years to lower the cost of their education. Making price-conscious decisions when beginning your education journey can lower your debt by thousands and can put you ahead after graduation. Once you graduate, the need to begin paying off your debt is immediate. Alyssa Kirkman, October 28, 2019, mentioned that the best way for students to begin paying off their debt is by maximizing the benefit of having a degree and getting a higher paying job. Earning a higher income allows new graduates to quickly begin making payments and, if possible, paying more to the principal amount. First, I explained what the student debt crisis is. Second, I told you why the cost is increasing. And lastly, I gave possible solutions to handling your student debt. I hope that I have been able to convince you that college tuition is unaffordable and it hurts the students who are trying to better their lives. I'd like to end this discussion with a quote from Sarah Babcock. The thing that gives me the most heartburn is that it is unlikely we will be able to give our children the gifts our parents gave us.